Pretty Good Privacy (PGP). This technology is developed by Phil Zimmermann in 1991. Pretty Good Privacy is an encryption program that provides cryptographic privacy and authentication for data communication. PGP is used for signing, encrypting and decrypting text, emails, files, directories and whole disk partitions, and to increase the security of email communication. Mainly Pretty Good Privacy is used in email applications. Now PGP is available both as commercial and free software. Initially it is created for a free software, but it is purchased by a company and use it for a commercial purpose. OpenPGP is the IETF accepted standard for all types of PGP applications and services. PGP performs some or all of the following actions depending on the requirements or confidentiality, integrity, authenticity and combination of these are selected. Here I explain how a sender send that information in Pretty Good Privacy. But all these steps are not required. Depending on the confidentiality and integrity and authenticity, we are deciding which step is essential. I will explain this all the steps using some diagram here. Now I will explain how this PGPs encrypt the data or what operations will be conducted at the sender site. If I want to send some email or some message to the sender, first I have to create a message digest by using some hash function. Most of the time I am using a hash function like SHA1 or 5 like that one. Once I create a hash code like message digest, I have to decrypt it. The decryption will be done by A. A means here the sender. Sender has one private key. Using that private key, he is just encrypting the message digest. Most of the times here we are using RSA algorithm for private as well as public key encryption. Once I got the encrypted message digest, I have to attach that to the email, and that email is encrypted using a secret key. One secret key I already randomly created. Using that random created secret key, I encrypt the email along with the encrypted hash code. Once I got the encrypted message, I have to encrypt the secret key. The encryption of the secret key is done by a public key which is already published by the receiver. Here B means the receiver who already given the public key to the user A. So he used that public key and encrypt the secret key created by A. In this way, we are providing the privacy. The secret key is not available to the opponent, as well as here we are providing some digital signature and make it authentication properly. So at the end we have a encrypted secret key as well as message plus message digest, that is hash code. We send all the three data to the receiver. In receiver, we do the process in reverse order. We got all the encrypted information like secret key, message as well as digest. First, I have to recover the secret key. Here the secret key is actually encrypted by the public key provided by B. So here I have a private key. So using that private key, first I recover the secret key. Once I got the secret key here, I can recover the email as well as encrypted hash code. So once I recovered the email and encrypted hash code, I use the A's public key, which is received from the A, that means sender. The sender already published the public key, I received that one. Using that public key, I decrypt the hash code. Here the hash code is not modified by the opponent because it is decrypted. So I will create a hash code of this email using some SHA type algorithm and create a one hash message digest here and compare with the message digest which is sent by the sender. If both are compared here, that means this email is not modified. Here the secret key is also protected and this message digest is also protected. So authentication and security or confidentiality is maintained. So this is the use of PGP. Now why that PGP is so popular? The popularity is depending on the various factors such as it is available free and runs on variety of platforms. Now this PGP is freely available and it works on different platforms, like we can use it in operating system like Windows, Mac, OS or Linux. Means it works on different operating systems. Second point is it is based on algorithms that are survived extensive public review and are considered extremely secured. For example, RSA, DSS. In PGP we are using some of the most popular algorithms like RSA and DSS. So it's more secure here. Third one is it has a wide range of applicability, that is from corporation to individuals. Here we are using our PGP in various different applications. This PGP is already used by many applications. It was not developed or controlled by any government or standard organizations. So there is no any control over a PGP by any government or some organizations. So it is free, so anybody can use. So these are some of the popularity of PGP. Some of the PGP services. Here I will provide the functions, what are the different functions we applied in the PGP and which algorithms we are used for this function. If I want to get digital signature, I am using algorithms like DSS SHA or RSA SHA. DSS is actually used for public key and SHA is actually used for creating message digest. The message encryption can be done by various algorithms like IDA or DES or Diffie-Hellman or RSA. These are various algorithms I can use for message encryption. Compression. If I want to compress the message, I can use some GIF algorithm. Email compatibility. I am using algorithm like Radix64 conversion. Segmentation. If I want to divide that message into smaller segments and send it, then I have to use segmentation and reassembly by PGP. These are some of the algorithms and functions used in the PGP services.